Brother Will, go ahead and do us the honors.
Sisters, please cover your heads. Brothers, uncover your heads. We're going to open up Q&A with a prayer. Our Father, which art in heaven,
Our Father, which art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
peace, peace, peace to everybody that's tuning in via YouTube, Facebook. We got anything on YouTube?
Want to say peace, Christian Mello, peace, Jay Hunt. Christian Mello got a question. Can I ask a question off topic of today's lesson? But they haven't posted the question as of yet. But yeah, you can ask a question off today's lesson. Just post it up. Jay Hunt got a question. Say Shabbat Shalom, fam. Question: can one alternatively give tithes to the needy? Can one alternatively give tithes to the needy?
That's a good question. So they're saying instead of giving tithes to the church, just give it straight to the needy. So can you do that? Yeah, I mean, it's up to you. That's, to be honest with you, it's between you and God anyway. So we know what it. Let's go to. Where I want to go. Let's go to Numbers. And then, Numbers. Let's go to Numbers 18 real quick. Numbers 18. And let me see where I want to pick it up from. Yeah, go ahead and pick it up from 21. Let's read it from now. Let's see what we got.
Numbers 18 and 21. And behold, I have given the children of Levi all the tenth in Israel for an inheritance, for their service which they serve, even the service of the tabernacle of the congregation.
All right, so that's what the tithes went for, the tenth. Tithes is nothing but a tenth, and that went to the Levites. Let's hold our finger right here. Let's go to, I want to go to Hebrews real quick. Let's do Hebrews 7. We're going to hold a finger right there. What was that, Numbers 18?
Yep.
Yeah, we'll hold a finger, Numbers 18. Let's go to Hebrews 7 and pick it up at verse 1. Let me see something real quick. Hebrews 7 and verse 1. Let me get there. Go ahead, my brother.
For this Melchizedek, king of Salem, priest of the Most High God, who met Abraham returning from the slaughter of the kings and blessed him.
All right, and we'll go back and read that after we go back to Numbers. So that's Genesis 14. So in Hebrews 7 and 1, can you pick that up again for me, bro?
For this Melchizedek, king of Salem, priest of the Most High God, who met Abraham returning from the slaughter of the kings and blessed him,
Go ahead.
to whom all Abraham gave a tenth part of all.
All right, and to whom Abraham gave a tenth part of all. So this man this was a special man, this Melchizedek. But at the same time, he gave a tenth, and that he gave tithes. Gave a tenth part of all. First being what, my brother?
First being by interpretation, king of righteousness, and after that also king of Salem,
Go ahead.
which is the king of peace.
Go ahead.
Without father, without mother, without descent, having neither beginning of days nor end of life, but made like unto the Son of God, abideth a priest continually.
Go ahead.
Now consider how great this man was.
And that's what we got to keep in mind. Consider how great this man was. And we know who this man is. This man is Jesus. And Jesus he had to fulfill that order. You can read that on your own in Psalms 110. The priest, like a priest like Melchizedek. And it's going to reiterate it here. But like I know what the question is, so it won't seem like I'm getting off topic from the question. Is it okay to alternatively give a tenth to the needy? Hey, that's like I said, that's between you and God. But we got to understand what tithes really come, what tithes or who tithes are really going to. They're going to the Lord. See, in the other days when the Levites when it was with the Levites, it was going to the Levites so they can maintain. Is there anything wrong with you giving to the poor? No. But we're going to read something in 1 Corinthians 13, too. So it said, without father, without mother, without descent, having neither beginning of days nor end of life, but made like unto the Son of God, abideth a priest continually. Then at verse 4 it said, now consider how great this man was. Unto whom what?
Even the patriarch Abraham gave the tenth of the spoils.
So he paid tithes, right? Go ahead, my brother.
And verily, they that are of the sons of Levi, who receive the office of the priesthood, have a commandment to take tithes of the people according to the law.
Oh, so then we went back and we read about the law, right? So it said, verse 5, and verily they that are of the sons of Levi who receive the office of the priesthood have a commandment to take tithes of the people according to the law. And it's funny that, these modern day churches, they'll tell you all the laws are done away with except for this law, which make no sense. All the laws are good. But, is it okay to give money to the poor, to take it? Hey, you doing a form of charity. Hey, the Lord look at that. But like I said, that's between you and God. If you say, hey, you don't want to give your charity you don't want to give your tithes to a certain congregation, class, or whatever you go to, and you want to go feed the poor, hey, that's between you and God. Because whatever it is giving a tenth. So if you want to go give a homeless person the portion of what you was going to give the church, hey. But verse 5 says, verily they that are the sons of Levi who receive the office of the priesthood have a commandment to take tithes of the people according to the law. That is what?
Of their brethren, though they come out of the loins of Abraham.
So Abraham had to pay tithes before they was even thought of. But see, the Lord got an order to everything. But go ahead, my brother.
Verse 6, but he whose descent is not counted from them received tithes of Abraham and blessed him that had the promises.
Go ahead.
And without all contradiction, the less is blessed of the better. And here men that die receive tithes, and there he receiveth them of whom it is witness that he liveth.
All right, so it says, at verse 7, it said, without contradiction, the less is blessed of the Father. And here men that die receive tithes. So, hey, like I said, that's what it's between you and God, because ultimately you supposed to be giving that tenth back to the true high priest. And that's the one we know as Jesus. It says, and here men that die receive tithes, but there he receiveth them, of whom it is witness that he liveth. Verse 9.
And as I may say so, Levi also, who receiveth tithes, paid tithes in Abraham.
So that's the thing. It's all going to come full circle anyway. Now, you know what? Since I basically quoted it, let's go ahead and read that verse 10.
For he was yet in the loins of his father when Melchizedek met him. If therefore perfection were by the Levitical priesthood, for under it the people received the law, what further need was there that another priest should rise after the order of Melchizedek and not be called after the order of Aaron?
All right, and that's what it is. It switched over to the Melchizedek priesthood. But like I said, the question is can you pay tithes to give your tithes to the homeless? Hey, if that's what you want to do, you can do that. Let's go back to Numbers 18. We ain't got to read that Genesis 14. We'll go to Numbers 18. And where do we stop at? At 22?
We read 21.
All right. Pick that 21 back up again.
And behold, I have given the children of Levi all the tenth in Israel for an inheritance, for their service which they serve, even the service of the tabernacle of the congregation.
All right, so they receive the tenth. They receive these tithes. That's what a tenth is. A tenth is what we know as tithes. Verse 22, my brother.
Neither must the children of Israel henceforth come nigh the tabernacle of the congregation, lest they bear sin and die. But the Levites shall do the service of the tabernacle of the congregation, and they shall bear their iniquity. It shall be a statute forever throughout your generations, that among the children of Israel they have no inheritance.
All right, so they didn't get no land. So, but their job is this tribe, these sons of Aaron, the Levite, also the Levi tribe, Levitical tribe or Levites. Their job was to take care of the tabernacle. They was the priests. That's the priest tribe. So the Lord had to make sure that they was okay. That's why when we read in Hebrews 7 that they paid tithes when they weren't even in Abraham. Abraham is like their great-grandfather. Verse 24.
But the tithes of the children of Israel, which they offer as a heave offering unto the Lord, I have given to the Levites to inherit.
Oh, so it's his tenth. It's his, but he gave it to the Levites so they can be able to take care of themselves and take care of the church. Take care of the people. Go ahead, my brother.
Therefore I have said unto them, among the children of Israel, they shall have no inheritance.
Because they ain't got no land. They didn't receive a portion of the land. But go ahead, bro.
And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying,
What'd he say?
Thus speak unto the Levites, and say unto them, when ye take of the children of Israel the tithes which I have given you from them for your inheritance, then ye shall offer up a heave offering of it for the Lord, even a tenth part of the tithe.
All right, so they had to give a tithe to their tithes.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, it's about the Lord. So once again, can you how they put it, alternately give to the poor. And if that's what you want to do with your tithes, that's what you choose to do. What we at, verse 27?
Yep.
Go ahead.
And this your heave offering shall be reckoned unto you as though it were the corn of the threshing floor and as the fullness of the winepress.
Because, because a lot of people, they'll try to run to something like this here and they say, oh, well, tithes ain't about money, it's about what goods I got. Hey, you give a tenth, and we could go read in Genesis 14, Abraham gave a tenth of all. Gold is really money. What you got in your pockets is a debt note. He gave a tenth of the gold to Melchizedek. A tenth of silver. Whatever he won in that, whatever spoils he got, he gave a tenth of all. That was probably rubies, diamonds, speculations, whatever he got from all them kings, he gave a tenth of it. They didn't say that he just had some corn and some cattle and he gave a tenth of that. He gave a tenth of all. A lot of us we ain't got no farms to give up a tenth of whatever we growing, and half of us don't even know how to grow nothing right about now anyway. But go ahead, bro, because I'm getting off topic.
28. Thus ye shall also offer a heave offering unto the Lord of all your tithes.
Oh, of all your tithes. All your tenths. Go ahead.
Which ye receive of the children of Israel.
And this is what the Levites had to do. They still had to pay tithes. They had to pay tithes on tithes. Mm-hmm. They received the tenth, and they had to pay a tenth of what they received. Because like I said, at the end of the day, it still returns all back to God. Go ahead, my brother.
And ye shall give thereof of the Lord's heave offering to Aaron the priest.
Go ahead.
Out of all your gifts ye shall offer every heave offering of the Lord of all the best thereof, even the hollow part thereof out of it.
All right, so if you got a tenth, they got a tenth of some animal, they gave a tenth of that, and guess what? It still had to be the best. We'll go to one more spot. Let's go to 1 Corinthians 13. Like I said, if that's what you choose to do, hey, you want to give it to the poor, and I'm not being like sarcastic about it. If that's what that's between you and God. But 1 Corinthians 13, and we're going to pick it up at verse 1. Let's see something what Paul say right here. Go ahead, my brother.
Though I speak with the tongues of men and of angels, and have not charity, I am become as sounding brass or a tinkling cymbal.
All right, you're just making a lot of noise. Verse 2.
And though I have the gift of prophecy, and understand all mysteries and all knowledge, and though I have all faith, so that I could remove mountains, and have not charity, I am nothing.
All right, so in this world, we taught that just charity is just you giving of goods. Charity is really it's love. But I'm going to get to the point of this right here, verse 3.
And though I bestow all my goods to feed the poor.
Oh, so he said he giving to the poor. And though I bestow all my goods to feed the poor, he didn't say he was giving a tenth. He said he bestowed all his goods. And though I bestow all my goods to feed the poor, what else?
And though I give my body to be burned,
what else?
And have not charity, it profiteth me nothing.
If you just giving that tenth to the poor and you don't have no type of love in your heart, it ain't gonna profit you nothing anyway. You gotta still have the love of God inside of you. And the love of God is keeping his laws, statutes, and commandments. So I hope that answered the question. We got anything else? I'm gonna check Facebook. I see there's quite a bit of questions coming in on YouTube. All right, nothing on Facebook on my end that I see. We can take an in-house. We do got a couple of them on YouTube that I do see. Well, we can do in-house and then go back to YouTube. We got anything in-house before I even say that? Going once, going twice, going, gone. Back to YouTube.
Next YouTube from Kristen Mello. Should Christmas be celebrated if it's not in the Bible?
Read that question one more time.
Should Christmas be celebrated if it is not in the Bible?
See, read that one more time.
Should Christmas be celebrated if it is not in the Bible?
I mean, we basically answered our own question inside that question. Should Christmas be celebrated if it's not in the Bible? No, you should not be celebrating no Christmas. You're dealing with a false God. You're dealing with something that the Lord never told you to do. So we got scripture on scripture to tell you not to be doing this here. So let's go to Leviticus 23. Yeah, no, you shouldn't be celebrating no Christmas. What I say, Leviticus 23?
Yep.
Leviticus 23, let's pick it up at verse 1. We'll do some skipping around.
And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel,
All right,
and say
so
unto them.
stop right there. Read that verse 1 again.
And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying.
Read that one more time.
And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying.
The Lord did the talking. It clearly says plain and day, and the Lord spake unto Moses, saying. Moses didn't come up with this stuff on his own. The Lord spoke to him. And the Lord spoke unto Moses, saying, what did he say?
Speak unto the children of Israel.
All right, now speaking to the children of Israel, speaking to my people, my children. This is the Lord talking. And you can go read in other places where it said that the Lord said, I talked to Moses like a man talked to his friend face to face. Mm-hmm. So how we gonna sit up here and try to say that anything that Moses said, it don't hold no weight? That don't make no sense. None of us as men and human beings have spoke to God face to face. Speaking to the children of Israel and saying to them what?
Concerning the feast of the Lord.
All right, so now these are, like we go to the New Testament, it say the feast of the Jews, but right here it say concerning the feast of the Lord. See, what the Lord give you have a meaning. Really, it's pointing to things to come, shadows of things to come. Saying to them concerning the feast of the Lord, which what?
Which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations.
Uh-huh.
Even these are my feasts.
He said, even these are my feasts. This is the Lord telling Moses to tell this to the children of Israel, right? Mm-hmm. You know what, let's hold our finger right here. Because we're real quick to say, you know, you can serve God your way, you can serve Jesus your way, I serve Jesus my way. They don't even know who Jesus is. Isaiah 33, we're going to read one verse here. Isaiah 33. Isaiah 33, and let's pick it up at 22. 33 and 22, we're going to just read this one verse.
For the Lord is our judge.
Oh, the Lord is our judge. Who is our judge? The one we know is Jesus, right? He go judge the nations, right?
That's right.
For the Lord is our judge. What else?
The Lord is our lawgiver.
Oh, Jesus is the one who gave the laws, huh? That's who Moses talked to. Matter of fact, read that. We're going to go to 1 Corinthians 10 after this.
For the Lord is our judge. The Lord is our lawgiver. The Lord is our king. He will save us.
Oh, the Lord is our king. We know he's King of kings and Lord of lords, right? He the one who gave the laws. Now let's go to 1 Corinthians. Actually, let's go to John 1 first. Then we'll go to 1 Corinthians 10. So in Leviticus 23, we finna get an understanding of who the one who gave this. John 1, and then we go pick it up at verse 1.
In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God.
All right, so and that's the biggest problem going on in the world right now. They don't even know who Jesus is. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. The Word, we know who the Word is. The Word is the one we know is Jesus the Christ. Jesus the Anointed. Go ahead, my brother.
The same was in the beginning with God. All things were made by him, and without him was not anything made that was made.
The one who did the creating, that's the one we know is Jesus. Go ahead, my brother.
In him was life, and the life was the light of men. And the light shineth in darkness, and the darkness comprehended it not. There was a man sent from God whose name was John. The same came for a witness to bear witness of the light, that all men through him might believe.
Skip down. Let's skip down to verse 10.
He was in the world, and the world was made by him, and the world knew him not.
That's the one we know as Jesus. He was in the world, and the world was made by him, and the world knew him not. But see, the world will pretend and have you to believe that they know who he is by giving you this other Jesus. See, that's another Jesus that they got on December 25th. He wasn't even born on December 25th. And then you can just look at what Christmas is. It's Christ's Mass. He didn't tell you to have a Mass for him. So in verse 10 it said, he was in the world, and the world was made by him, and the world knew him not. Even back then, the world didn't know who he was. We just read in Isaiah 33 what it said. He even told the world, he told them in that time frame, hey, search the scriptures because they testify of me. So if the scriptures is what's testifying to him, Isaiah 33, we can read that and say, for he is our judge, our lawgiver, our king and our savior. That's who gonna save us. Only one being that we know met that bill, right? And that's the one that we know is Jesus Christ, or Jesus the Anointed. So he was in the world, and the world was made by him, and the world knew him not. Verse 11.
He came unto his own, and his own received him not. But as many as received him, to them gave he power to become the sons of God, even to them that believe on his name.
Go ahead.
Which were born not of blood, nor of the will of the flesh, nor of the will of man, but of God.
Go ahead.
And the Word was made flesh.
Oh, the Word was made what?
Flesh.
Read that one more time.
And the Word was made flesh.
So this was God in the beginning that was made flesh. It's two separate, they two separate beings. We ain't got to go read everything. We can go read on Psalms 110 where it said, the Lord said unto my Lord. It's two beings. Right up here, we see that in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God. That's two beings. It said, and the Word was made flesh, and what?
And dwelt among us.
Uh-huh.
And we beheld his glory.
Go ahead.
The glory as of the only begotten of the Father, full of grace and truth.
And we ain't got to read what no man has ever seen the similitude of the Father. They haven't seen God, but we know who was seen. Now let's go to 1 Corinthians 10. This might seem like it's a long roundabout way of answering the question. I answered the question at the beginning. No, you don't need to be doing no Christmas. What I said, 1 Corinthians 10. Yep. Let's get straight into it. Let's drop down. You know what? Pick it up at verse 1.
Moreover, brethren, I would not that ye should be ignorant how that all our fathers were under the cloud and all passed through the sea.
Uh-huh.
And were all baptized under Moses in the cloud and in the sea.
Uh-huh.
And did all eat the same spiritual meat, and did all drink the same spiritual drink.
What they drink?
For they drank of that spiritual rock that followed them, and that rock was Christ.
Oh, so that's who was way back there with them? That's who was dealing with Moses? That's who was talking to Moses? We read in Isaiah 33, that's who gave the laws. So if we got all of this here, why would you want to do something that you can't read in Leviticus 23? Let's go to 2 Corinthians 11.
There we go.
Second Corinthians 11, and we can pick it up at, let's pick it up at verse 1.
Would to God ye can bear with me a little in my folly.
All right, he said, this Paul, he said, would to God you can bear with me a little in my folly. Bear with me. Go ahead. That's why I need y'all to bear with me right now. Because this, real talk, that is, it's like, not the, shaming the question, you know, because the question needs to be asked. No, you shouldn't touch no Christmas. But that, what it does is it stirs up some like fire in your bones because you know that they're lying on Christ. They lying on Jesus. So he said, would to God you could bear with me a little in my folly, and what?
And indeed, bear with me.
Go ahead.
For I am jealous over you with godly jealousy.
Yeah, and that's how I'm feeling right now. I'm upset with you over some godly jealousy. We know the Lord is a jealous God. You think the Lord wants you to go serve a different God? For I'm jealous over you with godly jealousy. What else?
For I have espoused you to one husband.
What else?
That I may present you as a chaste virgin to Christ.
Oh, so you being presented to the Lord? But you want to go out here and chase after some foolery. Like around this time, I'll be honest, I don't care what my family think. They can think I'm in a cult all day long. Because I cannot read it or see nothing where the Lord said to celebrate December 25th. For I'm jealous over you with godly jealousy, for I have espoused you to one husband, that I may present you as a chaste virgin to Christ. But I fear. Go ahead, I'm sorry, bro.
But I fear lest by any means, as the serpent beguiled Eve through his subtlety, so your mind should be corrupted from the simplicity that is in Christ. It's
simple. See, a lot of times we want to go deeper than the book. The book tell you what you need to do. This is an instruction book, plain and simple. The book tell you what you need to do. And don't get yourself sidetracked and tripped up like what Satan did to Eve in the garden. Falling for the banana in the tailpipe. Verse 4.
For if he that cometh preach of another Jesus,
Also, they can preach another Jesus. And that's what's going on. They preaching another Jesus. For he that cometh preacheth another Jesus, whom what?
whom we have not preached,
Uh-huh.
or if ye receive another spirit,
So that's what you end up doing too. You're receiving a whole nother spirit. Or if you receive another spirit, which what?
which ye have not received,
Uh-huh.
or another gospel,
Because this ain't the gospel, this ain't the good news that we trying to bring you. The good news that we trying to bring you is thy kingdom come. That's what the Lord said.
right?
They giving you some fake good news, telling you go be raptured and there's nothing but peace around this time. Houses burning down, people getting stabbed, killed, shot over gifts. But you believe that's from God. That's another Jesus, whom we don't preach. Receive another spirit which ye have not received, or another gospel, which what?
Which we have not accepted, which ye have not accepted,
Uh-huh.
ye might well bear with him.
So, hey, plain and simple, hey, if it's not in Leviticus 23, you ain't got to do that. Like I said, we can keep going on and on and on. We can go to read Jeremiah 10. He told you don't even do that stuff. So plain and simple, that's not representing the one we know. You know what? I want to go one more place. Let's go to Deuteronomy 32. Deuteronomy 32. Because the crazy part about it is, if you talk to some Gentiles, that they'll be like, "Oh no, that's winter solstice." You talk to Israel, who don't know that they Israel, first thing coming out their mouth, "I've been doing this since I'm a kid." So you just don't care about your kids, man. Forget the kids with that stuff. They ain't finna get me in the lake of fire. Because we want to keep attaching ourselves on to falsehood. Deuteronomy 32, let's pick it up in verse 15.
But Jeshurun waxed fat
That's Israel. Go ahead.
and kicked.
Uh-huh.
Thou art waxing fat,
Uh-huh.
thou art grown thick.
Go ahead.
Thou art covered with fatness.
Uh-huh.
Then he forsook God which made him.
Every time you think you're doing good, you want to forsake God. But go ahead.
And lightly esteemed the rock of his salvation.
And lightly esteem the rock of his salvation. Go ahead.
They provoked him to jealousy with strange gods.
Oh, they did what?
Provoked him to jealousy with strange gods.
And that's what you think you're doing right now when you sit up there and put yourself and start bowing down to that Christmas tree. You're provoking him to jealousy with strange gods. Now people gonna say, "Oh, I'm not serving no tree." Well, you represent another Jesus. Isn't that Jesus of this Bible? It said, but they provoked him to jealousy with strange gods. With what?
With abominations provoked they him to anger.
Hey, with abominations. And guess what they're going to be doing on that day, too? Cooking some ham. That's an abomination.
Exactly.
Go ahead, my brother. Where we at? Verse 17?
Yep. They sacrifice unto devils,
And
not
that's
to
what,
God.
and that's what they doing. They cooking up all that stuff, and they really sacrificing the devils. They not sacrificing to God. It's Satan. Satan wants you to believe that you serving Jesus. They sacrifice it to devils, not to God. To what?
Not to God, to gods whom they knew not.
They don't, and that's the thing. The world don't know Jesus. So it's easy to put this fake Jesus out here, and everybody real quick to serve him. Mm-hmm. Know why? Because you ain't got to change nothing. You can do whatever you want to do. They sacrificed it to devils, not to gods whom they knew not. To what?
To new gods that came newly up.
And that's the same thing. That's another Jesus. Mm-hmm. That's not the Jesus of this Bible. To new gods that came newly up. What else?
Whom your fathers feared not.
Go ahead.
Of the rock that begat thee, thou art unmindful.
And that's why I went to go read John. The one we know is Jesus, the anointed Jesus, the Christ. That's who created us. You didn't forget what he didn't told you to do. You forgot him. You running behind something else. You running out the fake image of him because you don't want to do your due diligence and serve him correctly. So in verse 18 it said, of the rock that begat thee, thou art unmindful, it has forgotten God that formed thee. Formed thee is the one who created you. Mm-hmm. That's the Lord that's our lawgiver. That's the Lord that's our judge. That's the Lord that's gonna come, that's a king. That's the Lord that's gonna come back and save us. That's Isaiah 33. See, we don't want to serve him. We want to do everything contrary to him. We ain't going to go back to Leviticus 23, but Leviticus 23 gives you a whole breakdown. You know what, we are going to go back to it. Verse 19, my brother.
And when the Lord saw it, he abhorred them.
He basically hated them. And when the Lord saw it, he abhorred them. Because what?
Because of the provoking of his sons and of his daughters.
Go ahead.
And he said, I will hide my face from them. I will see what their end shall be.
Go ahead.
For they are a very forward generation, children in whom is no faith.
Because they ain't got no faith in him. They ain't got no faith in God. To be honest with you, what you're doing, you're putting all your faith in the devil when you start doing that stuff. Mm-hmm. Go ahead, my brother.
They have moved me to jealousy with that which is not God.
Oh, they have moved me to jealousy. I told y'all he a jealous God. They have moved me to jealousy with that which is not God. They what?
They have provoked me to anger with their vanities. And I will move them to jealousy with those which are not a people.
Oh, no, he said, hey, I'm going to provoke them to jealousy. That's why it ain't no coincidence why Israel think that that the Gentiles can't be saved themselves. And we would have kept reading in 1 Corinthians 10, we would have read that he said basically almost the same thing. Paul did. These which are not a people, go ahead, my brother.
I will provoke them to anger with the foolish nation.
You can read 22.
For a fire is kindled in mine anger.
Oh, because he's upset about it. Go ahead.
And shall burn unto the lowest hell. And shall consume the earth with her increase. And set on fire the foundations of the mountain.
Now let's go back to Leviticus 23. First off, you got to know what Jesus you serving. So during the Christmas, that ain't got nothing to do with Jesus of this Bible. So Leviticus 23, now let's pick it back up at that verse 1 again.
And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, concerning the feast of the Lord, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations, even these are my feasts.
So now we know who this is that's doing the talking, right? Mm-hmm. That's the one we know is Jesus Christ. Jesus the anointed, the Messiah. Verse 3.
6 days shall work be done, but the seventh day is the Sabbath of rest, an holy convocation. Ye shall do no work therein. It is the Sabbath of the Lord in all your dwellings.
All right, so right here he said he even got the Sabbath day in there. And the Sabbath still, it points to something. Verse 4.
These are the feasts of the Lord, even holy convocations, which ye shall proclaim in their season.
Oh, so now these are feasts that you proclaim in their season. We finna see something. We gonna do some skipping around, but ain't no Christmas fitting in none of his seasons. Why would he even do something in the winter time, the true winter time, when everything is dead? See, if you understand the Lord, you'll understand that everything he does revolves around like agriculture. So it says in their seasons. So let's start with one of the first things. So very first one we had was the Sabbath. Now let's get to one of these memorial days. Verse 5.
And the 14th day of the first month at even is the Lord's Passover.
Oh, in the 14th day of the first month at even is the Lord's Passover. This ain't even talking about no January 14th. Because that's not really the beginning of the new year. In the 14th day of the first month at even is the Lord's Passover.
And on the 15th day of the same month is the feast of unleavened bread unto the Lord.
So now we got the feast of unleavened bread. And then the crazy part about it is like, you can see how crafty Satan is. He still tries to jumble in and try to mingle in some days to kind of coincide like it's from the Lord. So then they hit you with some Easter around this time. You can't read no Easter. You can't read about no Easter bunny in the Bible. Go ahead. Where we at? Verse 7.
Yep. And the first day ye shall have a holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work therein. But ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord 7 days. And the 7th day is a holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work therein.
All right, let's skip down to verse 15. So we went from the Sabbath to Passover to unleavened bread. Then when you get into the New Testament, they lump Passover and unleavened bread all in one.
15. And ye shall count unto you from the morrow after the Sabbath, from the day that ye brought the sheaf of the wave offering, 7 Sabbaths shall be complete. Even until the morrow after the 7th Sabbath shall ye number 50 days, and ye shall offer a new meat offering unto the Lord.
All right, so now we didn't get to what we know as Pentecost, which means nothing but 50 in Greek. But see, they didn't even took this and made a whole denomination of a religion. People don't even know what the day of Pentecost is. You say, oh, you keep Pentecost? Oh, I'm not Pentecostal. Well, no, I'm asking you, do you keep the day of Pentecost? So now we got Pentecost. We started with the Sabbath, Passover, unleavened bread, right?
Yep.
Now we have Pentecost. Now let's see something. This is all at the beginning of a lot of these are occurring towards the beginning of the year. Now let's skip down to verse 23.
And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying.
So who doing the talking again? The Lord. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, what did he say?
Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, in the 7th month and the first day of the month shall ye have a Sabbath.
Oh, so now we in the 7th month. Guess what, everybody? 7 deals with completion. So now we got some more days kicking off. If you want to say that this is the beginning of winter, yes, okay, beginning of winter. But he gave you the days he told you to celebrate. And every last one of them have some type of significance. They point to something. It said, and the Lord speaking to Moses, saying, speaking to the children of Israel, saying, in the 7th month, in the first day of the month, shall ye have a Sabbath, a memorial of the blowing of the trumpet, a holy convocation. 25.
Ye shall do no servile work therein, but ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord.
So now we done made it all the way to trumpets. We're in the 7th month. Let's see what else going on in the 7th month. Go ahead, my brother.
And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying,
Once again, who's doing the talking?
Lord.
But we want to go do some days that man gave you. I mean, plain and simple, it's holy day versus holiday. How simple can that be? They know it ain't a holy day. That's why they call it a holiday. So it said, 26 said, the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, also what?
Also on the 10th day of this 7th month,
We still in this 7th month. On the 10th day of the 7th month, go ahead.
there shall be a day of atonement.
Oh, go ahead.
It shall be a holy convocation unto you.
So it's we keep seeing the same things. I have not got nowhere yet to where we see him telling you to do Easter, to do a Thanksgiving, to do a Christmas, to do a Halloween. Them are man-made days. The Lord spake unto Moses. The one you call upon, say you called upon Jesus, that's who gave it to Moses. That's who spoke to Moses. I can't read where he said, and Moses tell the children of Israel to do a mass day for me. We can skip down. Let's skip down to 33.
And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying,
And once again, who doing the talking?
Lord,
And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, go ahead.
speak unto the children of Israel, saying, the 15th day of this 7th month shall be the Feast of Tabernacles for 7 days unto the Lord. On the first day shall be a holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work therein. 7 days ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord. On the 8th day shall be a holy convocation unto you.
You got an 8th day on this one here. But regardless of how we even look at it, these is what the Lord gave you. He didn't give you no Christmas. You dealing with another Jesus. Let's skip down. Let's skip down to 43.
That your generations may know that I made the children of Israel to dwell in booths.
That your generation may know that I made the children of Israel to dwell in booths. When what?
When I brought them out of the land of Egypt.
Uh-huh.
I am the Lord your God.
This is Jesus telling you all of this. 44.
And Moses declared unto the children of Israel the feast of the Lord.
Oh, he declared unto the children of Israel the feast of the Lord. You might as well look at them days as the feast of the devil. You don't want to be doing that stuff. So I hope that answered the question. Yeah, with the Hanukkah, yeah, I'm looking at it, and then the Christian Mellow, they said that they're new to the Bible. Yeah, so Christian Mello, real quick, so that Isaiah 33, line 22, that's, yeah. So, well, they said, so how is Christmas a day for Satan? So are you saying that if it's not a day Jesus said to celebrate, then do not celebrate. The man-made holidays represent Satan. Yes, plain and simple. Now, and I'll come back to your questions. I'll come back to them questions. Let's because we got another one, which I knew that this was gonna pop up right behind when I said them other ones. So, hello, as I'm still learning about the biblical festivals, my question is Hanukkah, a biblical festival we should celebrate too. Yeshua was a Jew, and we have to be like him and follow his lead. Hey, what's that, John 10? So, yeah, we know Jesus was a Jew, and I kind of figured like this probably would come up when I was talking about Leviticus 23. So, with the Hanukkah, that's the feast of dedication, if I'm not mistaken, ain't it? I can't even remember. Feast of Lights or something. Yeah, no, that's it. Feast of Dedication, the Feast of Dedication, or Hanukkah. All right. So, and we can let's go to John 10.
John 10.
I probably not, the pastor look like he's trying to sneak out. I might get this question to him. Yeah, let's go to John 10. And crazy part about it was I was kind of asked this question earlier in the day. Because like when people read this here, John 10, you see what verse it is off of. Because like when people read this and it was the Jews' feast of dedication, and people automatically assume it'd be like Jesus was there, so he was celebrating that. I mean, I can't 100% say that he was there, but let me see. I read it. Yep, sure did. I'll read it. Yep. So let's pick it up. You know what? Let's pick it up at. Let's pick it up at 19. Then we'll read down into it.
There was a division, therefore, among the Jews for these sayings. And many of them said, he have a devil and is mad. Why hear ye him?
And that's the thing. They didn't like Jesus. They didn't like him. They didn't like the Creator. But go ahead. What we at, 21?
Yep. Others said, these are not the words of him that have a devil. Can a devil open the eyes of the blind?
Can a devil open up the eyes of the blind? Now let's see something. Because 22.
And it was at Jerusalem, the feast of the dedication, and it was winter.
All right, so, and it was at Jerusalem, the feast of dedication, and it was winter. So we just seeing that it's winter time, and, you know, the feast of dedication is going on. Go ahead, 23.
And Jesus walked in the temple in Solomon's porch.
Now, Jesus, he done walked inside the temple. Then what?
Then came the Jews round about him and said unto him, how long doest thou make us to doubt? If thou be the Christ, tell us plainly.
Now, do this look like that he went in there to go keep the feast of dedication? As soon as he walked in there, they got beef with him. It was the time they feast of dedication, but it was not, it ain't like we can't read like he was in there like, oh yeah, dedication time to party. They asked him, oh, you the Christ, and tell us straight up, tell us plainly. Go ahead, 25.
Jesus answered them, I told you, and ye believe not. The works that I do in my Father's name, they bear witness of me. But ye believe not, because ye are not of my sheep, as I have said unto you.
Now let's skip down to 31.
Then the Jews took up stones again to stone him.
They trying to kill him. So if you read it in context, you know, they're like, well, he kept the feast of dedication. I don't think I'm too much partying if you're trying to kill me. It was just the feast of dedication was around this time. Now, with that being said, that feast of dedication that's being talked about is not the one in Ezra and them time. That's a whole different date. It is what it is. This right here, this feast of dedication in John 10, this is going back to Maccabees. It's the one that's in Maccabees. Now, are you ordained to do it? No, you're not ordained to do it. If you want to do it, that's between you and the Lord. But, you know, that's not the dedication that is not Ezra and them when Ezra and Nehemiah did their dedication. It's not the same time frame. If I'm not mistaken, offhand, I want to say theirs was like, technically it was like around somewhere towards the end of what we would know as like February. So it was the end, theirs was the end of like the 12th month, or the middle of the 12th month, middle or beginning. But then when they actually did their full dedication, if you go back and, you know what, we can go back and read it. And then people would say, well, was it the dedication that Solomon did? Solomon and them did their dedication around Tabernacle. So this dedication is the one that's in Maccabees. Now, I'm not finna, it ain't no, you know, it ain't got to be no big old argument, nothing like that. Hey, I don't, me personally, I don't do it. I'm not going to tell you that you sinning or you wrong if you do it, but I don't do it. Let's go to let's do Ezra 6. Then we'll go over to Nehemiah. Books, I'm passing books. Ezra 6, and let's pick it up. Let's pick it up at 13, and then we'll see something.
Then Tatnai, governor on this side the river, Shethar-Bozenah, and their companions, according to that which Darius the king had sent. So they did speedily. And the elders of the Jews builded and they prospered through the prophesying of Haggai the prophet and Zechariah the son of Iddo.
Uh-huh.
And they built it and finished it, according to the commandment of the God of Israel, and according to the commandment of Cyrus and Darius and Artaxerxes, king of Persia.
All right, and them the kings that had made the petition for them to go ahead, that they can go ahead and restore that temple. But go ahead.
And this house was finished on the 3rd day of the month Adar.
All right, so the 3rd day of the month of Adar. So this, and that's what people look at there, be like, oh, well, Adar, that's the last month, and it did say that one was in the wintertime. But this is not the dedication that they was doing. Because they doing it around the 10th month. All right, the one that Hanukkah or the Feast of Dedication that it is what it is, that the Edomites are doing, that call themselves the Jewish. I know we got a lot of brothers and sisters that subscribe to doing it themselves too, but it's done in the 10th month. But this one here was the temple was finished in the 12th month on a what day?
It was finished on the 3rd day of the month Adar.
Uh-huh.
Which was in the 6th year of the reign of Darius the king.
All right, and we see right there that say the 12th, that it say Adar. And if we, off the calendars we have, Adar, that's your last month, or 12th month. We ain't finna get into no whole calendar thing. But let's see something, verse 16.
And the children of Israel, the priests and the Levites, and the rest of the children of the captivity kept the dedication of this house of God with joy.
Oh, so we got a dedication right here, huh? Go ahead.
And offered at the dedication of this house of God 100 bullocks, 200 rams, 400 lambs.
Go ahead.
And for a sin offering for all Israel, 12 he-goats, according to the number of the tribes of Israel.
Go ahead, verse 18.
And they set the priests in their divisions, and the Levites in their courses, for the service of God which is at Jerusalem, as it is written in the book of Moses.
All right, and so and if you kind of if you look it up in history, they'll say, well, this had to be around, this was around around February sometime. Like they know the dates of things, but like that John 10 with that one right there, that one, no, that wasn't the one that was back here. And then even Moses, Solomon, they did some type of dedication. But the one that's being spoken of in John 10, it is what it is. That's talking about what they did in the Maccabees' time. Right. And I'm just gonna be very transparent with me. Master what the Lord told you to do before you go to something else, because it's still almost kind of like the same thing. Am I saying you sinning if you do the Feast of Dedication? No, I'm not. But I want to get the main things down with the Lord before I even do that. Right. Like, hey, if that's what you want to do, you want to do. Let's go back to Numbers. So Ezra and Nehemiah's, theirs was in the 12th month or the month of Adar on the 3rd day. And then that's what people would say, oh well, no, that's wintertime. Yeah, you're right, that's wintertime. But where did they get this 10th month? What I say, Numbers? Number 7. Number 7 and pick it up around 61. Is it 60-something in there?
Yep. 61?
Actually, no. It is, I said 61. I need to go over to the 80s. Let's pick it up at, you know what? Let's pick it up at 81. Actually, 78.
71?
78.
78.
Uh-huh.
Okay. On the 12th day, Ahira, the son of Enan, prince of the children of Naphtali, offered.
Uh-huh.
His offering was 1 silver charger. The weight thereof was 130 shekels. 1 silver bowl of 70 shekels, after the shekel of the sanctuary. Both of them full of fine flour mingled with oil for a meat offering. 1 golden spoon of 10 shekels full of incense. 1 young bullock, 1 ram, 1 lamb of the first year for a burnt offering. 1 kid of the goats for a sin offering, and for a sacrifice of peace offering, 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 he-goats, 5 lambs of the first year. This was the offering of Ahira, the son of Enan.
Uh-huh.
This was the dedication of the altar. And the day
This was the dedication of the what?
of the altar.
And that's what they try to use because it wasn't the dedication of the temple. It was the dedication of the altar, of them cleansing the altar. Mm-hmm. So what they did was, they tried to go back to doing exactly the same things that Moses and them did. Mm-hmm. So it's a dedication to the altar. That's why I say it was many dedications in the Bible. But at John 10 is where you see that feast of dedication, or what they call Hanukkah. So it said at 84, this was the dedication of the altar in what?
In the day when it was anointed by the princes of Israel.
Oh, so now it got anointed, right? Mm-hmm. Go ahead, my brother.
12 chargers of silver, 12 silver bowls, 12 spoons of gold.
Go ahead.
Each charger of silver weighed 130 shekels, each bowl 70. All the silver vessels weighed 2,400 shekels, after the shekel of the sanctuary.
Go ahead, my brother.
The golden spoons were 12, full of incense, weighing 10 shekels apiece. After the shekel of the sanctuary, all the gold of the spoons was 120 shekels. All the oxen for the burnt offering were 12 bullocks, the rams 12, the lambs of the first year 12, with their meat offering, and the kids of the goats for a sin offering 12.
And it was almost similar to what we read with Ezra now, right? Mm-hmm. Go ahead, my brother.
All the oxen for the burnt offering, wait a minute, I read that, we in 88. And all the oxen for the sacrifice of the peace offerings were 20 and 4 bullocks. The rams 60, the he-goats 60, the lambs of the first year 60. This was the dedication of the altar.
This was the what?
Dedication of the altar.
Go ahead.
After that, it was anointed.
Go ahead, 89.
And when Moses was going into the tabernacle of the congregation to speak with him, then he heard the voice of one speaking unto him from off the mercy seat that was upon the ark of testimony from between the 2 cherubims, and he spake unto him.
All right, so now Moses, he talking to the Lord. But it was all type of different type of dedications. But right here, we don't see they didn't give us no full day when this dedication was. But all them dedications, everybody still, you know what, let's go to 2 Chronicles. Second Chronicles 7. You already flipped that. Praise the Lord.
Yes, sir.
Let's pick it up at, hold on, let me get the, you know what? We'll pick it up at verse 1, literally. Yep.
Now when Solomon had made an end of praying, the fire came down from heaven and consumed the burnt offering and the sacrifices, and the glory of the Lord filled the house.
Oh, so we see this, right? This is the temple that Solomon built. This is the first temple. Go ahead.
And the priests could not enter into the house of the Lord because the glory of the Lord had filled the Lord's house.
Oh, they couldn't go in there because the glory of the Lord had filled the house. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
And when all the children of Israel saw how the fire came down and the glory of the Lord upon the house, they bowed themselves with their faces to the ground upon the pavement and worshiped and praised the Lord, saying, for he is good, for his mercy endureth forever.
Go ahead.
Then the king and all the people offered sacrifices before the Lord. And King Solomon offered a sacrifice of 20 and 2,000 oxen and 120,000 sheep. So the king and all the people dedicated the house of God.
Oh, they did what?
Dedicated the house of God.
Go ahead.
And the priests waited on their offices. The Levites also with instruments of music of the Lord, which David the king had made to praise the Lord, because his mercy endureth forever. When David praised by their ministry, and the priests sounded trumpets before them, and all Israel stood. Moreover, Solomon hallowed the middle of the court that was before the house of the Lord. For there he offered burnt offerings and the fat of the peace offerings, because the brazen altar which Solomon had made was not able to receive the burnt offerings.
Go ahead.
And the meat offerings and the fat. Also at the same time, Solomon kept the feast 7 days.
And now that's tabernacles. Go ahead.
And all Israel with him, a very great congregation from the entering in of Hamath until the river of Egypt.
Go ahead. Verse 9, though, let's see something.
And in the 8th day they made a solemn assembly, for they kept the dedication of the altar 7 days, and the feast 7 days.
So now they did a feast basically for their dedication, but they also kept tabernacles. Mm-hmm. So, you know, and then people got confused and thought this was the time frame of Hanukkah, and that was in John. No, that John 10, it is what it is. That's what's in Maccabees. But is it a sin for you to keep it, or are you mandated to keep that? No, you're not mandated to keep it.
Right.
So if you choose to do it, you choose to do it.
Right.
So I hope that answered the question.
Praise the Lord.
We got, I'm gonna check Facebook real quick. Nope, nothing on YouTube. So we'll go back to, unless we got anything, oh, ain't nobody in here, so I'll say we got anything in house. So we'll go back to the Christian Mello. So it says, I'm going to go to, it says, I'm going to start at another question. You said the Lord is reference to Jesus, so why would the Lord not be God? Would God not be the judge and the lawgiver? This is to reference Isaiah 33, line 22. So, and I'm going to keep it going. It says, I am new to the Bible, and I'm struggling to understand how Christmas is serving another Jesus. I am confused, maybe because I am still new with reading the Bible, I'm struggling to follow. How is Christmas a day for Satan? So are you saying that if it is not a day Jesus said to celebrate, then do not celebrate? Yes, don't celebrate it. The man-made holidays represent Satan. Yes, they represent Satan. So I know what the more the struggle is because as a whole, people don't know who Jesus really is. And that's where the struggle and the battle go. So we're going to go back to that John 1. Let's go back to John 1 so they can kind of get a better understanding of who Jesus is. That was Jesus all the way back in the Old Testament. So John 1, and we can do like we did last time. John 1 and pick it up at verse 1. John 1 and 1. Go ahead, my brother.
In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God.
All right, so in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God. So you know what? I like to do this here. Let's hold our finger right here. Let's go back to Genesis. Let's go back to the beginning. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, right?
Yep.
So let's go to Genesis 2. 2 and 1. Let's do 1 and 25. Nope. I'm sorry, Genesis. I ain't in Genesis 1, that's why. Yeah, Genesis 1 and 24. I said 25, didn't I? Actually, no, let's do 26.
And God said, let us make man in our image.
All right, so right here it says, let us make man in what? Our image. That's plain, simple English. It's not really that it's confusing. We have been told something throughout our lives to what it is what it is. You have been brainwashed, but now you have to do some brainwashing. You got to wash your brain.
You got to wash it.
You got to wash your brain of all the filth and dirt you was taught. Because really they lies. So it said, and God said, let us make man in our image. We know that our means more than one.
Right.
That's not one person. It's not one person. God said, let us make man in our image. And then in John 1, it said, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God. So these two beings are talking right here. And God said, let us make man in our image. After what?
After our likeness.
Uh-huh.
And let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth.
Go ahead.
So God created man in his own image.
So now God is already a plural term. So God created man in his own image. So now we know who the one, and we're going to read, we know who the one who's doing the creating is. The one we know is Jesus. And God created man in his own image. Go ahead, my brother.
In the image of God created he him.
Oh, now in the image of God. So that's another thing too. You told when you die, you go fly off and get some angel wings. You're not created in the image of an angel. You're created in the image of God.
Right.
Image of God created he, him. Go ahead, my brother.
In the image of God created he him, male and female created he them.
Go ahead.
And God blessed them, and God said unto them, be fruitful and multiply, and replenish the earth.
That's good. Let's go back to that John 1. So we just went back and read the beginning. So let's read again. We can start right here and read it again. So John 1 and 1, it says, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. And we just read that, right? So go ahead, my brother, verse 2.
The same was in the beginning with God.
So that's letting you know right here, it's not trying to be confusing. It's basically letting you know what went on in Genesis.
Right.
It's letting you know that he's been here with the Father. It wasn't, and that's the other thing too. They weren't father and son. They was two beings working together. The same was in the beginning with God. So he's in the beginning with God. Because he was God. That's why it says, and the Word was God. So he been back there in the beginning. That's the one who was doing the talking. Hey, let us make this man like us. Have him look like us. So then it said, then he made him in his image. Right. The one that's doing the creating. Verse 3.
All things were made by him.
Who is all things made by? They was made by the one we know as the Word. Mm-hmm. The Word is the one we know as Jesus. He still is known as God. He's also has another title, Lord. Go ahead, my brother.
All things were made by him, and without him was not anything made that was made.
Go ahead.
In him was life, and the life was the light of men. And the light shineth in darkness, and the darkness comprehended it not. There was a man sent from God whose name was John.
All right, so I just seen what they put up here. They just put something else up here. They said, I'm trying to see what is said from the Bible, but with the jumping from verse to verse is confusing. It really is not confusing. You know what? We're going to hold our finger right here. Let's go Isaiah 28. Because this is how you're supposed to read the Bible. You're supposed to read the Bible line upon line, precept upon precept. Here a little, there a little. Because that's the only way you're going to understand it. You're putting the pieces to the puzzle together. And that's what I mean by, like, you got to wash your mind. Like, when I first got into the Word, I'm going to be honest, yeah, it did. It seemed like it was super confusing when I first got in, but then I had to open my mind up. Because it was super difficult. My wife used to have to pinch me, punch me, do all type of stuff. I'm dozing off, I'm spacing out, but at the end of the day, it's Satan. Because you're trying to seek the information, but he don't want you to get the information. What I say, Isaiah 28? Mm-hmm. Let's pick it up we'll pick it up at verse 11. Isaiah 28 and verse 11.
For stammering lips and another tongue will he speak to his people, to whom he said, this is the rest wherewith ye may cause the weary to rest. And this is the refreshing, yet they would not hear. But the word of the Lord was unto them precept upon precept.
So right there, the word of the Lord. And we know who the word is. That's the one we know as Jesus. He's telling you to search the scriptures because they testify him also too. But right here in the Old Testament, he said, but the word of the Lord was unto them precept upon precept. What else?
Precept upon precept.
What else?
Line upon line.
What else?
Line upon line.
What else?
Here a little and there a little, that they might go and fall backward and be broken and snared and taken.
But at the end of the day, you got to read this book. You know what? We can go back up to verse 8.
Excuse me. For all tables are full of vomit and filthiness, so that there is no place clean.
Go ahead, verse 9.
Whom shall he teach knowledge? And whom shall he make to understand doctrine?
Go ahead.
Them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast.
And this is what it's all about. Yes, it is going to seem very, very confusing right about now. But one thing I can say is you might have to take some notes. You know, you might have to take some notes here and there. You know, you got to do it. It is what it is. You got to do some studying. But we're going to see something here, verse 10.
For precept must be upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, line upon line. Here a little and there a little.
And that's why we're jumping around like that. It's not to confuse you, it's to go from precept to precept. So John 1, it said in the beginning. Genesis really means beginning.
Right.
So now we're going to go back to the beginning. Is there any place in the Old Testament where it flat out say, he said, for thus the Lord, I'm going to be called Jesus in the New Testament. No, it don't work like that. You got to search the scriptures and find who it's talking about. Did she say anything else? Or he? I don't even know. Huh?
Seems like we are going off topic. Just talk to me instead of the verses.
No, we don't do that here. I ain't giving you what's on my mind. We read the Bible here. So I don't know how I can help you. Because it says, okay, I'm not following. It seems like we're going off topic. Can you just talk to me instead of the verses? We don't do it like that. Because the verses is what's going to explain to you what the Lord really wants you to do. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if you can grab the number and call, and we can discuss it another day. But yeah, it's only scriptures is what we do to answer the questions. We don't give you what's on our mind.
Right. Talking could be very misleading. That's why so many people deceive by Christmas anyway. From talking.
Exactly.
It ain't in the Bible, so just from word of mouth, people. That's what we get out of word of mouth. A big celebration is not biblical at all.
So if we ain't got nothing else, I guess we can. No, I ain't seen nothing on Facebook. We got anything in-house? Nothing in-house? It should be in the description. Yeah, it should be in the description. It's actually, I think it's literally on the banner. Going across the ticker. But if I'm not mistaken in the description, I think.
That's on the banner, too.
Yeah. Yep. So you're free to call the number that's on the banner, on the ticker, and if you we got other classes. I'm not going to just make it seem like you might got some other brothers that can answer the question for you. So.
There's a quick question that we missed, I think.
Probably did.
It's from Be Alert 911.
Uh-huh.
Good evening. What does Raka mean?
Oh, yeah. I did see that.
Okay.
Yeah. I used to know right off the hand. Hold on. Yep. Matthew 5:22. We can go ahead and read it. Matthew 5 and verse 22.
But I say unto you, that whosoever is angry with his brother without a cause shall be in danger of judgment.
All right, so if you got a problem with somebody, and plain and simple, so 22 said, but I say unto you that whosoever is angry with his brother without a cause shall be in danger of the judgment. And plain and simple, they hated Jesus without a cause. So he don't like that. If you mad with somebody or got a grudge against somebody and you just got the problem with somebody and it's over nothing, because it's no cause for it. And usually the biggest cause of no cause is you going off of what other people telling you about somebody. So it said, but I say unto you that whosoever is angry with his brother without a cause shall be in danger of the judgment. And what else?
And whosoever shall say to his brother, Raca,
And that's basically saying stupid. You know, it's like belittling somebody. And whosoever shall say to his brother, Raca, shall what?
shall be in danger of the council.
So, that's like somebody saying something to you, and then you just, before they can even really get out, you just call them, you just saying they stupid, they worthless, they nothing. Shall be in danger of the council, but what?
But whosoever shall say thou fool shall be in danger of hellfire.
And see, the Lord don't even want you to call your brother or sister a fool. But then you show you how jacked up the world is. That's a lot of people's slang. But rock is more like calling somebody calling them stupid or worthless. All right. Anything else? If not, we can shut it on down.
Nope, that's it.
All right.
All righty.
Yep. Well, we can go ahead and close out with prayer.
Our Father which art in heaven,
Our Father which art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
peace, peace, peace. Have a blessed day.